First off, you should absolutely be dead. Our talk saved you. It absorbed the brunt of Tuatha's attack. But now I can't see your past or your future. Honestly, it's given me such a headache.
No, you still have one. You seem to still remember who you are. You seem to have memories. That means it happened. It's not even like it was erased. It's like you never existed. It means you have the most exciting future. Most of us are bound, at least partially, by fate. You have no fate. Your future is entirely yours to control. The present seems to be normal. When I use my sight, I can see you recovering on my bed. I can see you here, now, but I don't know what you're about to do next. I can't picture you eating the soup Barath is about to bring you. There's just nothing. No. You haven't been replaced in your own story. The strange thing is, there isn't even a void there. You're conspicuously missing. You used to be there, I think. I'm not sure. Not exactly, no. Not that I can recall. I've been wrong before. When something or someone powerful managed to alter the timeline. I did not see King Ith or Talacin's deaths. Neither was meant to happen. But when you're dealing with gods, expect the unexpected, I suppose. We need to speak to Amagin. That's more within his domain as a druid.
Old family recipe. I hope you like turnip greens. How are you feeling? Ha! I'm sure. It isn't every day you wake up after a month of sleep brought on by an attack from the three most powerful beings in existence. Take it slow and eat something. So, what's the plan?
It's time to pay our old buddy Amagin a visit.
Oh, I knew that was coming, but I didn't want to say it.
Some things are inescapable, my dear.
No, I think I'll pass. I know I can't control my destiny, but I can at least avoid my past.
Amagin reminds him of events that aren't mine to discuss. It's not Amagin specifically. It's druids, in general. I've probably said too much, but I wouldn't recommend asking Barath either. Some stories are best told at the discretion of the storyteller, as opposed to on command. Oh, you are so kind, you sweet thing. No, I'm fine. I haven't seen Barath help someone like this in a long time, though. Oh, he is a fine cook. I need him to examine you, feel your energy. He's been distracted since the events of the last month. Understandably so. We've all been. But he doesn't know you're awake. He's not yet aware of what you've possibly become. The Mourian otherworld. Home. Our dark home. I tend to spend very little time here, unless I'm in my own quarters. When you can see reality side by side, there's something comforting in expecting a sunset and a sunrise. No two look exactly the same. There's always a glimmer of a colour, a flash of light, the presence of a single wisp of a cloud to keep you grounded in the present moment. Down here, nothing changes. Well, not for the Mourians, anyway. The four Mourians eat each other sometimes. Keeps things interesting.
I think I should go talk to Barath. Travelling with you would be good for him. Hopefully I can help him see that. If I can convince Barath, I'll tell him to meet you in the Mourian underworld, on the other side of the Gate of Exile. In the meantime, you should have a look around. Maybe give the Golden Market a visit.
I knew you couldn't resist my persuasive charms for long. Are you certain that joining our cause is what you want?
Oh, yes, of course.
Excellent. That calms my remaining nerves. I always trust you to walk the right path.
This is what I do.
We call our part of this realm the Otherworld, but Mourians call this the Underworld. I can't say I blame them. It's not great. Like I told you before, the Mourians once ruled Ireland, but then they partnered with Lug, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world. They were banished here, and have been rotting in this hole ever since.
Hey, visitors! Fancy visitors. I like your dress.
And you are?
I'm Delba, youngest daughter of King Zerion, certified underworld tour guide.
You're what now?
Tour guide for all the people who come here to learn about the Fomorian culture and way of life. Nope, you're my first ones. I'm so happy you're here. I promise to be very thorough.
Sure, thank you. How long have you been doing this?
Not too long at all, about 12 years. The angry druid guy, yeah, he's fighting with my dad again. I tried to give him a tour, and he told me to shut up.
What an asshole, right? Right?
The absolute worst.
Darling, I think we're gonna get along just fine.
Probably all the cannibalism. Let me try that again. There's a lot of rotting flesh around due to how we rip off limbs and eat them sometimes. Well, shit. Looks like the tiny druid guy pissed off my dad.
You mean Amagin?
Yes,
He is tiny, isn't he?
the tiniest.
I think you better take us to our friend now.
Oh, no.
I will not permit you to do this any longer. I am tortured enough without your insolence.
Well, if you insist on being that way, I'll have to cause you pain without asking next time.
Silence, you worm!
Look, not all druids can turn into animals. And if I did...
Seriously, Amagin, what are you doing?
Perfect. My other favorite person in the world.
I better be. Look.
You did it. You did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or me?
Barath, how excellent to see you. It's been far too long.
I disagree.
Stop ignoring me! I will use your bones as toothpicks!
Hey, Dad! Look! Tourists!
Oh, those aren't tourists, Delba. That's the seer.
But she's not alone. This one here. Maybe they actually care about the plight of the Mourians?
Do you want to know more about us? The Tuatha decided they had enough of my people. They slaughtered most of us and sent the rest of us to the underworld to writhe in pain and agony for the rest of our days. The Tuatha have always been evil. You're but the most recent to taste their wrath. It was the Tuatha who put us here in the first place. You've seen their fury. Would you invite it in? I thought not. Me? Rarely. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die. No, that had nothing to do with us. The Tuatha slaughtered all full-blooded Mourians with magical abilities when they banished us here. Only half-bloods can wield magic now. Whatever you saw may have harnessed old curses left in our lands, but none of my people controlled it. That being said, it is not our magic, nor does it belong to the Tuatha. Magic knows no master. It is a conduit to a realm of wild and unstable energies. If anything, we are slaves to it. Good. My turn. Even trapped here, even blinded, I am one of the most powerful creatures on Earth. I sensed what the Tuatha said to you, what they did. Yours will be a life of power, I think. A few moments of helplessness will not hurt you. Interesting. You are detached from the timeline. They called you Spain. A name that does not belong to you. Now bound to you in chains, poor mortal. Your destiny was stolen from you, in every way that matters. You died on that beach. You told them you were free? No. They are a slave. A hammer that will shatter history, wielded by an unseen hand.
Enough!
Powerful as ever, seer. And yet, when it comes to the Spain, you are as blind as me. You may go, if you keep me informed of developments in the situation. I will agree to the Druid's terms, and allow you to use the gateway from my realm back to his home.
What?
Is that how you travel down here so quickly?
I thought you knew my house was just above his head.
You've been torturing the poor man?
He's not a man, he's a Mourian.
This is why I hate druids.
Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, and one more thing. You must take my daughter Delba with you to the surface.
Holy shit! Yes!
Now, leave my sight.
And in the end, it all came down to information. What did I tell you, Am?
Today can go die in a fire.
Speaking of fire, how's that surface world of yours doing?
Oh, everything is terrible. Corruption has spread across multiple species now, and rumours are spreading that some humans have fallen into its grasp.
It seems that Urko and his pervasive aura of impending doom are to be permanent fixtures in this land. Lovely.
And on top of everything else, by the time Prince Lugade returned, someone else had already claimed the throne.
Who?
Tarlok.
Oh, fuck.
He had been one of King Ith's advisors, until he was unceremoniously fired for being a massive twat.
That's saying something.
It really is. Is Lugade not king?
No. Those still here in Caltia assumed that Ireland was a total loss and chose Tarlok before Lugade returned. Queen Ascota has been beside herself. She fled to the forests. Lugade's supporters have an encampment there now.
I suppose it's damage control on the surface, then.
If I help you, do you think more people will start to like the Mourians?
It's quite likely that most people will run from you in terror.
That's okay, I'm used to it. The single eye thing freaks people out.
I do not understand how I got roped into this.
Too bad, Berry darling. It's surface time. Come, Torchbearer. We have a world to save.
Welcome home, my friend. Is the surface world the paradise you've been dreaming about?
I haven't been above in... It has to be almost a century now. It's colder than I remembered.
That tower has been lighting the way for as long as anyone can remember. Your father, Delbert, his throne is located directly underneath, connecting our two worlds, illuminating the way home.
Poetic way to describe imprisoning someone against their will.
Thank you.